race gone deep.
Oh, he's lost it. Wide.
Oh no.
No, you can't do that. Oh, and he's around. Big crash. Oh, Dali's gone into him. He's going to go for the move. He's going to go for the move. Back at him. Oh, the Tino's gone. He's thrown it away. Lawrence, the Tino's gone for a massive dive. And unfortunately, it's...
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a huge crash off the start line. Absolutely monumental. This is going to be a safety car.
Oh, that's
And he's just... He's proper his car. He's going to have carnage. It's a big moment from there. He's going to struggle to stop that. He's into the wall.
That's out.
Oh my jeez.
Two do not like one another.
And yeah, I can see why.
Shut the back on a big crash. Alex Cattle's in the fence. It's around.
Team 1 cubes while you're racing a race car. You either haven't got the mod installed or you're on some very good drugs.
Hello and welcome to Townsville for round 4 of the Automobilista Supercars Championship Super 2 season. Joining me in the comm box as ever is Colin Warwick, and yeah, we're excited for the action tonight.
We certainly are. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's been a while since the last round, and we'll see how we go tonight. Times are looking pretty tight at the top. So it should be a good night of racing. And yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, it is good to be back. It has been a while since Barbagallo, and Barbagallo was a very topsy-turvy event. We had Nathan Higginson take out race 2 and Steve Warwick take out race 1, but it seemed like nobody wanted to win those races.
Yeah, it was quite a weird event, like in terms of everyone sort of had really good pace. It was good racing up and down the field, but yeah, just in the later stages of the races when the tyres would start to go off and stuff, yeah, it just looked like people on purpose wanted to throw the races away. So it was quite funny to watch, but yeah, no, it's hopefully no one wants to throw them away tonight and we get to see some good racing.
Hopefully, but last time we raced here in this track, it was action aplenty. I wish I had some highlights of 2020's races here, but I don't really need to because you would have seen them in the intro video. We had cars flipping on the main straight. We had cars going head-on into tyre bundles. We had one of the most interesting evenings ever, and I hope that we can avoid that as well.
As entertaining as it was to watch that last year, I mean, we would kind of hope that it doesn't repeat this year, but we hope that there's some form of similar level of entertainment that we can go off, because yeah, last year was spectacular with the crashes. Not so much the racing, there was quite a few safety cars, but yeah, hopefully this year we can get the same level of entertainment with the racing as we go green in the session.
Yep, that we have. So we're underway for qualifying here at Townsville. See everyone coming out of the line. It's going to be an interesting session. I expect the likes of Higginson and Warwick to be up the front as per usual, but yeah, I look forward to seeing who's going to give this a red hot go.
Yeah, it's an interesting track, Townsville. It requires quite a unique, different driving style, especially compared to the last round. I mean, here you want to have good ride control in the car to be nice and flowy. You do not want an uncomfortable car around here, because the minute that you're uncomfortable is probably the minute you're going to be hanging out of a fence. So yeah, you really want to be comfortable in the car and yeah, hopefully come away with some good results.
Yeah, it's a track that requires a lot of flow, and also it's very hard on the rear tyres. I always find when I race here that I want a car that's that's pointy because you need to get the direction change through the chicanes here. But also, if you do that too much, you don't get your rear drive and you struggle off all the slow corners here. So you got to have good braking and good change of direction.
Yeah, I know here, I think, yeah, last year here and the year before, I went completely different directions from qualifying to race. You kind of need a completely different car to make the tyre last like through the distance of the race. Especially the left rear takes a pounding around here. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys look after that left rear tonight. And yeah, as we see Harrison Latino on track, first one out.
It definitely will be, and when we come up to it, I'll point it out to the viewers. So pretty much from this section here, you've got 5. That's the first. You've got 1, you've got 2, you've got 3, then you've got 4. I guess the kink technically 5. 5 corners in a row where you're putting the entire load of the car on that left rear tyre, and that's why it gets abused so badly. It's overheated as hell by the time you get to this point, and then you finally brake and turn the other way.
Yeah, I definitely do not want to come back as a left rear tyre in my next life.
As I'll just switch cameras because my computer is deciding, but RSM Latino sets the 12.6 as the first lap.
Yeah, he had a really, really good first sector, 21.2. That's pretty quick. I think us main guys are in the high 20s, so realistically not that far away.
As now Dostal goes to the top.
Yeah, Dostal to the top by 0.003 of a second, so already showing that it's quite tight at the top.
Yeah, he's a good up-and-coming driver. I feel like he's one of those guys that the last round at Barbagallo really came into his own. It looked like he could have won a race had it not been for that extra fuel stop he had to make. He's just got out of the way and aborted this lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's outbroken himself there. So
Keenan
that's
one.
right. Yeah. Well, is it both Sykes? No, that's right. Aiden moved up to the main game. That's right. I believe it's Jordan DeSantis in the other Syncom Nissan this year.
That is correct.
There's a 2-car team.
Yep.
As Latino now lowers the benchmark.
He's done that on his second lap too, so obviously the tyres are good for at least 2 laps here. These guys.
Yeah, he's had a purple last sector. He's a little bit away in the first, but yeah, all in that last sector. A lot of time in that last sector.
He's now up again on his third lap, but I don't know whether the third lap you'll have the rears. Nathan Higginson's now put himself up into P2. He's not far off these guys. He's one of our usual combatants. He's actually a current championship leader as of last round, and he took it over from Ben Hall.
Yeah, unfortunately Ben Hall not here.
Yeah, Ben Hall not here once again. So Higginson is up as well. So we'll keep an eye on Latino and on Higginson. Cam Parrett now puts himself P3.
Yeah, it's a good job there from Cam. He's still learning that new wheelbase and everything that he got. He actually set a purple last sector, so it's very good.
He's ever the consistent performer. He hasn't won a race yet in this series, but I feel like it'll come. He doesn't quite have the outright pace of these guys, but he's always there or thereabouts. But I feel like at some point, everything's going to go right for him and he's going to crack a win. He's actually gone up on everyone to the middle sector. I'm a bit surprised by that. I wouldn't have expected this to be one of his stronger tracks. He tends to go better at the flowing tracks from what I've seen of his driving, the Bend and Eastern Creek and whatnot. But
yeah.
That Tim Horton's
middle sector is actually, it's very good in the middle sector. He's the only one in the 16 so far.
Oh, he's pulled into the lane, so he's made an error on that lap, but awesome. Zane Zivaj has now gone up to Zane Ziv. So how do you say his last name?
I think it is Zilvaj. He'll have to let us know after the event, but we'll stick with Zane for tonight.
Yeah, first time I've seen him race other than the Bathurst 1000, I'm pretty sure. So it's good to see Zane out there.
Brap to the top.
Wow, it's coming thick and fast here. it's very competitive. Like the top 8 in this field, Dostal was the pace setter early on, and he's now 5/10 off in P8. So I think a lot of people are coming back for second laps now and just go on their warm-up laps. Let's have a look at some other performers. Got Ryan Smith here for Growing Brakes Racing. Oh, I've cut to him at a wrong time. He's put the thing in the wall.
No.
But he's a debutant
Beautiful
here
car, that
tonight.
one.
Yeah, it's a nice livery, and it's good to have some newcomers on the grid.
Yeah, there's a couple of other of these cars yet to come. They all run the same livery but different colours, and I have to say they all look fantastic. So it'd be good to see when they all do show up. Hopefully we'll be from next round, but it's good to see Ryan out there having a go.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and it will be. It's good to see new guys having a crack, and using this series for what it is to gain experience. I know Hayden Cuffett, who's in our broadcast, is part of that team, and guy that's done a few races with us. Oh, so I just saw Dodge and nearly run up the arse of Nathan Higginson. That was nearly a big drama. See, nobody's lighting up the timing screens at the minute. Everyone's down on their laps. Or they're going for another lap.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everyone's gone in, got their last set of greens, and let's see how they go.
Liam Budd's here for Vivid Esport, the only Vivid car out there of their 4-car team tonight. So, and he's actually not far off.
Yet.
He's only gone point. He's less than a 10th off to the middle sector of their fastest time. So.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here in the last sector. He got the car turned relatively late there in the final complex of corners. As he approaches the final corner now. See where this puts him. Hangs it right out to the line. Yeah, P6. Good job. Now we got the top 9 cars within half a second.
So Latino's
Just
up
over
on
half.
his PB. Higginson's up on the best all-time first sector, I believe. Brap is starting a lap. Zane is not far off of it as well. Oh, Higo's made a mistake. I think that was related to someone joining the server. Just has that weird sort of lock-up into a slide. It is so close out there at the minute. We'll watch Higginson coming to the line.
Yeah, Latino did a lap time that would a couple of hundredths away from his best. I think Higo's done a very poor middle sector.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
It's that mistake I listed. Dostal has backed out of it. He's done for the session. We've got Steve Warwick coming to the line, and in the foreground we've got Zane. Zane has not improved on his lap time. Steve Warwick does improve to P4. Cam Parrett is up on his PB, but he's down on the all-time, but it should still jump him up quite a few spots. If he can put together the last sector, he may even go to pole position here. Zane is up on his on the first sector as well, so exciting session. It's going to be an awesome race by the looks of it. Cam Parrett goes to P2.
Yeah, well done on the front row.
That is an impressive effort for a guy that I wouldn't say is really known for his one-lap speed. Got Higginson coming to the line. I'm just going to quickly watch him, see if he's an improvement. It is. He goes to pole position.
Yeah. He had a great middle sector there.
Only just. We've still got Zane to cross the line and then Steve Warwick. Zane goes to P5. Steve Warwick does not improve. I think that's everybody done with laps.
I don't know what happened to the old man there. He did some laps earlier and he did a 12.0. So I'd say track conditions have probably caught him out a little bit.
Yeah, I can't believe that though. Top 9, half a second, and then it's 7/10 back to P10.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
It's crazy. That really shows you the gap in driving abilities. These top 9 guys are all seriously good drivers and are going to do well tonight. So
they've all got a shot to win.
I'm noticing some people with vehicle collision mismatches.
Well, that was an exciting qualifying session.
It definitely was.
That's
It's caught me by
4,000 to the
surprise.
second.
It's caught me by surprise at how exciting that was. Not
That's
saying
probably got to be. Is that got to be the closest pole margin in Super 2 history?
could be.
I'd say it'd definitely be up there. It'd be top 2 for sure.
It'd have to be. It'd have to be pretty close. We'll have to actually check that later on.
I know in
But-
main game, I think we've had 1,000th separate first and second once before.
I think we have.
Still, 4,000ths is a B's you know what. So that's, yeah.
It's incredibly close, but good job by Higginson to get that in there. He was looking in a bit of trouble being as our championship leader, and he'll be wanting to. He'll obviously be wanting to put on a pretty good show and try and extend that lead. But he was down in I think P4, P5, so I don't even think. As I say, I don't think he was even on the second row of the grid. So it's good of him to put it onto pole. It makes his life a lot easier in this race. I know he's a guy that genuinely struggles with his tyre wear, so he'll be much easier to manage that from the front than trying to chase from the rear. That's for sure.
Well, one thing we haven't talked about with Higo is that he's got all new gear.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah, he's got a direct drive and all that kind of high tech jazz now. So yeah, he might it might help with a bit of tyre wear, or he may be sliding a little bit longer because he can tend to hold it a little bit longer. So it'll work either way, and we'll find out. We know in the other series he tend to struggle a little bit still, even with the new wheel. So we'll see how he goes tonight. Hopefully he can snag a good result.
hopefully, well, that's all comes down to getting used to new hardware. I mean, it takes a little while. As someone who's had to get used to some stuff. I mean, I haven't had to for a long time now. I've had the same gear for years, but
As you know, I earlier this year got a direct drive wheel, and yeah, we got thrown into the deep end at the Bathurst 12 hour with it.
I do remember this.
I actually only had it sorted, I think, the day before the race. So yeah, that was interesting. So I know the struggles of trying to get used to new gear, but when it does switch on, you feel pretty confident. So look out to all the other competitors when he is a bit more confident with that gear.
Sorry to interrupt you, Cole, for an admin-related issue. Do you know what skin pack Zane Ziv's car's in? Because apparently Damo can't see it.
That's a good question.
Because I've got a feeling these guys are going to get kicked from the server for not having all the correct skins installed. Sorry to everybody. That's one of the joys of adminning and doing a broadcast, is you have to worry about the broadcast and also what's happening in the server.
I'd say it would either be from I'll have to have a quick look on my other files here.
Because, yeah, I don't think those guys did the last round. There we go. We've had Mr. Walshy say, yeah, he has a Sim Magic wheel and BJ pedals. So, well, that's a fairly decent upgrade.
That's a very decent upgrade. I have those pedals and they're very, very good.
It's better equipment than me. I'm jealous.
So, I believe... Let me see here.
I'm hoping these guys don't have a drama, but...
Yeah, it's frustrating as an admin because we do tell these guys often to make sure everything works before race night and they still do not listen, so...
Well, we're getting everyone on the grid, and so far no one's been removed from the servers, so... Oh no, there we go. Zane was kicked, but Damo wasn't.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, Zane, if you're watching the stream, we'll have to work out what the hell your problem is. I'd say it'll be missing a skin update or something of some description. Whoops, that's the wrong thing to press. Whoops, I've completely buggered it now. There we go. Wow. It's time to go racing on the streets of Townsville in Super 2 for the first time since 2020. Done a fair bit of racing at this track in the last 2 years, but last year I think we raced here twice with we raced here twice with main game and not Super 2. But yeah, I'll let you take us through the grid, Cole. I'll do the second race. How's that?
Sounds good to me, mate. Okay, so on pole position, we have Nathan Higginson. Great lap time. I hope we just haven't saw an accident in the background there.
I think we just did, to be honest. I'm just going to go and have a look. I think that was Stenny using his bonnet.
Oh, and I think he's got a puncture.
Yeah, he has actually crashed on the formation lap.
Yeah, look, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm trying not to laugh very hard here. But yeah, that's something you don't see every day.
It's not really ideal, is it?
Anyway, we'll quickly get through the grid. In second place, we have Brap, who was vocally disappointed in the Discord channel. He did congratulate, but at the same time, he was disappointed. In third place, we have Cam Parrett. He actually had the quickest middle sector, so that's a good thing to keep in the back of your head. Fourth place, we have RSM Latino, or Cuz, in fifth place. We have Steve Warwick in sixth place. Is Liam Budd in seventh place. Is Keenan Sykes. Eighth place is Brennan Dostal. Ninth place would be a claim bite, yep. 10th place goes to Luke Yeager. 11th place goes to Ryan Smith. That's a good job there. 12th place is Stanny, missing his bonnet, and I believe he does have a puncture. 13th place is Dodger. 14th is Spyro. 15th is Jordan DeSantis, and in 16th place is Damo.
And that's the field. And Stenny has come into the lane to fix his car here, so...
Okay, let's show them what we're made of. That's the green flag. Go, go,
And
go.
they go, and Jordan DeSantis immediately gets a penalty, but Nathan Higginson away to a good start. Steve Warwick gets a good one there in the background. Oh, someone hit the wall big time there in the back of shot. That was Spiro, I think.
Yeah, I think it was, and I think one of the Nissans got tagged in the rear under brakes. It looks like they've all made it through.
They have. Oh, and there's contact there between Cuz and Brap. Brap's been escorted off the road. That's going to make it very awkward up here, as they're too wide still, Latino and Cam Parrett.
Yeah, this is getting very aggressive.
Oh, and Cam Parrett.
Oh, has he saved it? He has.
He has, but look at this. Oh my. Liam Budd's got into Brendan Dostal, and Steve Warwick's now got a run on Cam Parrett.
It is racing aplenty through the field. This is fantastic.
It is, and now they're going to go 3 wide into this corner, and that is not going to work. Bud backs out of it. Dostal's still up there, and Cam Parrett has been the big loser of the first lap so far.
Yeah, and I think further to add to that, the biggest loser would be Brap. Front row to now 8th place. And we know how tight the field was in qualifying.
He just got massively escorted off the road, and there wasn't really a lot he could do about it. So that'll be one for the stewards to review later on, whether or not Cuz was up far enough and left racing room, as there's been more contact.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's redressed that, so that's good. But he's going to lose a position.
Is he or is he not?
And he's going to find it back. That's a good job. The two Nissans going at it.
We'll just touch
Two different teams.
We'll just touch on as well that Stenny did pit and get that puncture repaired, and he's back out there 8 seconds behind the field. So
yeah, it's
weird
not
one.
too bad.
Oh, and in the background, Jordan DeSantis is around. Oh,
Oh no!
It's crashed into him. Oh, that's lucky not to be an SC.
That is very lucky.
I'm just
But
gonna
they're still rolling.
cop a replay of that. So it's what happened. He just took too much curb and lost the rear, and Ryan Smith came out behind Spyro to make an overtake, and he just was completely unsighted to the car there. So
If he hit the car more towards the centre of the car, I think he would, probably sitting in the garage at the moment.
yeah, I think so, but he got away with that one. As this battle between Sykes and Bud is still underway.
And at the front, we've got Higo trying to pull away from the two Warwick Racing Team cars of Cuz and Steve. Steve set the fastest lap of the race last lap with 12.8, so that's pretty good race pace.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the deficit is so small considering the first lap shenanigans with Latino, so he's closing that gap rapidly at the minute.
Yeah, we always know Steve's pretty good in race conditions. He always seems to do the Craig Lowndes thing and look after the tyre, so yeah, I think this is definitely far from over as we see Higo run a little wide there.
Oh, he's already looks out of control, and it's only lap 3.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
I mean, that's just typical Higo, but he seems to do this and somehow keep tyres on it. It's an amazing feat of nature.
Yeah, the last lap times have come through. You've got a 14.1 out in front, and then Latino did a 13.2. So, yeah, he's really reeling him in now.
Yeah, he's going to be all over him here, and I feel like Parrott and Warwick are going to get involved in this as well.
Yeah, Parrott was the fastest car last lap, and he's the fastest car through the first sector as well there. So, yeah, I'd say this is a big four-way fight here coming up very shortly. Sorry.
It's a very unlucky on the first lap was Parrott.
Cuz was very wide then.
He was. Parrott was just on the wrong side of the road the whole first lap, and it just cost him big time. He just got bombarded by everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Keenan Sykes down in P7's fastest through the first sector now, so he'll be looking to capitalise on that and hopefully catch guys in front of him. They've fallen away from these front four.
They certainly have. Brap's still hanging in there in P8. Plainbite in P9, and there's sort of a gap back to Luke Yeager. That's sort of where the first pack ends. But I feel this race at the front is where it's going to be at. It's going to be whether... It's going to be who looks after their tyres. 15 laps. While it's not a long race, it's a reasonable distance on the tyres without a pit stop. Enough that with these tyres that are so heat sensitive that if you slide or overheat them early in the run, you end up with problems later on. And that's... makes the racing really good, but it also...
Yeah. It's probably just under a stint on these tyres in main game.
Yeah.
Roughly around there. So, yeah, for these guys, it's all about managing the tyre, and I think one person that looks like they're probably doing that already is Steve, who we're focused on at the moment. He's not really pushing the car as we see Cam lock up and go straight ahead. So, yeah, this race is far from done.
Exactly right. We're only 5 laps in as I switch because I'm seeing that Brap is looking for a move on Keenan's side, but he's been unable to get that done. So I forgot about it earlier when Brap was on to get pole. He's having a look. But Brap claimed his first podium at this track in Super 2 back in 2019, I believe. So
Yeah, that's
way back then.
a long time ago now.
Yeah. The Jim's barrow swaps Falcon.
Yeah. That's all I'll say about the memory.
I like it. I'm a fan of it. But
look, I do like the odd piss take liveries here and there, but in this series we try and, run things to a bit of a professional standard, especially with liveries, as we see him having a dive. But yeah, some liveries we let slide with the bit of the piss take, but yeah, this one's pretty funny.
I just enjoy that the bonnet is the barra. That's my favourite part of it. Sort of claim making a big mistake in the background, actually.
I guess that's probably why it's gone from front row to 8th, is because of the barra motor. Not too bad in a drag racing perspective, but as we saw with Jose Fernandez, time attack doesn't really go that well.
Well, moving on from that. To me it's a Ford motor, so that just means it's not very good.
Yeah.
Moving along, Steve Warwick is starting to put pressure now on RSM Latino.
Yeah, he was second fastest car on track last lap.
I feel like he's going to make a move at the minute, or team order's going to be enforced. As the team manager,
I haven't got them on my radio compo, so... don't worry about team orders.
He's run wide and the pass been done, and he goes down the fast step of the race, but now Cam Parrett's going to try and make the move. And is he going to give Latino the treatment back for the first lap? Because he ran him wide. Is he going to run him wide back? If it was me, I'd be parking the bus here. I'd be escorting him wide. Exactly what Cam did just then. That's what I'd do. So you give a bit, you take a bit back, and that's good. That's good racing, and that's a good car positioning there from Cam Parrett. I like it.
Yeah, that's very good racing. It's something that we miss even in real life, but there's some other leagues out there that don't allow you to do racing like that, which is a shame.
Yeah, I sort of feel... I've always been a believer.
Here we encourage the good, hard and aggressive racing, because that's what supercar racing is all about.
Exactly right. I've always been a fan that if someone's gonna, there's within reason. There's the difference between taking someone out and doing something stupid and actually going for a move. If you move someone wide though, I mean, I race people how they race me, but if someone moves someone wide, and you come back up to them, you do the same thing back to them. A big Mark Scaife on that belief is you treat the opposition how they treat you, and he's done a good job there. Latino wasn't very nice to him on the first lap. Oh, Latino! Oh, talk about not very nice.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay of that, and the team owner is dismayed at what he's just seen. So Latino's come in now under brakes. He's come in way too hot. He's smashed into the back of Parrett, who's then collected Warwick, and effectively he's just taken Warwick out of the top running here. And then he's been collected by Dostal here, trying to redress the position too, Steve. So
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
which he
from
has now
Cuz
done.
there.
But I'm not going to beat him up for it. I know he's not one to race like that, and he'll be pretty disappointed
No,
with
no.
the actions there. But yeah, that's not gone well.
Yeah, it honestly looks like he broke maybe 100 meters too late. So yeah, probably just in the heat of the battle, not really concentrating on the brake marker. We know Cuz very well, and he's not a dirty driver at all. So
Exactly right. But in hindsight, he probably should have just gone to the outside of the road there, and he would have been less of a drama. But moving on. Yeah, Parrett got collected bad there, Rody, but it wasn't too bad compared to others. Oh, just seeing now, we've got Steve Warwick getting past Brap. That was a bit awkward.
yeah, I think Parrott got the best of that serving. I'd say he got the biggest slice of the cake, whereas Steve probably just got the empty packet.
Yeah, he sort of he copped it bad, and he looked like he was going to go around, but he's tried to got straightened up by the Warwick racing car. As I see, Liam Budd was off the road there. I think he shortcut the chicane. Oh, Latino!
My goodness me!
Side by side through that corner is a bit hairy, especially on old tyres, and as you can see, that's exactly how it's gone. So now Steve
Yeah, the
Warwick's
guys
trying
in
to
front
get
of
past. But oh, Bud's just turned down there.
Yeah, he just turned down on him there.
We're getting towards the end of this race though, so people taking it pretty aggressively. And it has actually promoted Brandon Dostal up to P3 all this, and Keenan Sykes to P4, so they've come from nowhere to be in this race.
Yeah, it's good to see a mix-up. I mean, it's not good to see how it was mixed up, but anytime the grid can be muddled up and we have different people in different places, it's pretty good.
Yeah, well now we get to see these guys. I mean, clearly they're faster than the guys there amongst here, but they've just got to get the racing done and keep a calm head. I know Steve will probably be pretty annoyed at what's happened, and Latino will be pretty annoyed at what he did, but just got to keep a clean, clear head here and not do anything rash and put yourself out of the race. I've had a what happened to Damo on the thing. I'll try and investigate that. While that's happening, I'm going to switch to this because Keenan Sykes has just gone for a move from the podium to Dostal, and he's scored him wide there, but he's going to redress the position.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Probably fair. Borderline. The stewards would have definitely taken a look at that, but that was probably borderline. He could have got away with that, but he's decided to err on the caution. Oh, and he's gone in deep again, and he's gone in way too deep.
Oh yeah, that's... Is he going to pull it up? Yeah, he just pulled it up.
So, and now it's cost him, and it's actually brought these guys behind back into this now, these guys fighting.
Yeah, and it looks like Higo out in front is just driving to a number, going to bring it home.
Say that, but
In saying that though,
Cam is not that far behind in the mirror, it must be said. Can't quite find out what's happened to Damo, sorry guys.
Oh! Higo just wall rid then. Hopefully that hasn't damaged the car.
Oh, it's 1.6 now. 3 laps to go. Dostal's run wide off the final corner, guys. And Bud has also got loose. Is this on again now? This racing never fails to disappoint. And here we go. It's going to be 2 moves here. Oh. Keenan's got it. Steve's got his move done as well. So, but
that's a great move. But is he going to get... Oh, this
Bud's
is great
gonna come
racing.
back.
Is he going to cover it?
Dostal's come back. Dostal spun. Bud spun. And I don't know whether there was contact or not then.
Yeah, it looks like there was contact.
So I'm going to go back and get a replay of that. And we've got a safety car. We've got a safety car. So the race is going to finish under caution. So that's unfortunate. But we'll get a replay. So we've had Dostal come in here. Wait. Oh, Jesus. That was not a very good camera. Way too hot under brakes.
Yeah, and it looks like Steve's just unloaded Bud there.
We're just going to get... Sorry, we're just going to get that up on the replay of Bud. Just to see what actually happened. So we'll go on board with Steve. Oh, it's close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Say the stewards will need to have a look at that one. So there has been contact.
The thing will be as well, when did the yellow flag come out?
Yes, good point. Not sure, but it was after Dostal. It was related to Dostal and Bud being spun at the same corner there and on the racing line. So, but that's created a fizzle end of that race because I feel like Cam Parrett was in a prime position there to take advantage and maybe jump some of these guys. The lights on the safety car are out, but I doubt we would have a restart this soon after the safety car being called.
Yeah, this game does do some funny things though, so...
That it does, but we will see what it chooses to do. We might get green. We might get green to the line after the safety car pulls in after next lap, but we'll see. That's what I'm assuming will happen, but obviously you cannot overtake under the safety car. Although we did have someone attempt to do that at Townsville one year and get pinned.
Yeah.
If you remember that race where the safety car came in. That was one of those hectic Super 2 races.
Yeah, we get a lot of those.
It's definitely delivered though. Townsville back on the calendar. It has delivered exactly like it has in previous years. Less aeroplane crashes, but still same high levels of action. So I am going to go through the field on the final lap here so everyone can see where their favourite driver has ended up. Got Nathan Higginson in first, Cam Parrett in second, Keenan Sykes is in third. That may be his first podium, but I'd have to check that. Got Steve Warwick in P4 from RSM Latino, Brap in P6, Dostal in P7, McLeanby in P8. He had a very quiet race there, so that's good effort from him. Be well inside the 8. Liam Budd dropped to 9th after that spin, so that's unfortunate for him. Luke Jaeger in 10th place from Stenny, who's started from pit lane, so he's done well. Gets back to 11th from that. Spiro in 12th from Ryan Smith on debut. Damo, Jordan DeSantis. And that's your field, because we've had the... No, we haven't had a DNF. So we'll be interested to see if we do get a restart here.
Yeah, and hopefully no one passes.
It looks like we are going to get a restart.
Simply drive to the line. You cannot overtake anybody. So
So we are going to get a race restart here on the way to the line. Race has been declared green on my screen, it looks like.
Yep.
Green, green, green.
And there's been a penalty applied to somebody, but we'll deal with that after the event. Oh, there's been a shunt in the background. What the hell has happened crossing the line?
Yeah, it looks like people have done the stupid thing and tried to overtake, so... Yeah. Some penalties to be handed out there.
Definitely is, so we'll keep an eye on what's happened here. So Dodgers lost it.
Maybe it was just Dodger losing it.
Just
It looks
getting a
like one of
better
the
camera
green
over.
top cars. Yeah.
So that's the start-finish line. So no one has overtaken it. Actually, Ryan Smith tries to overtake, but he doesn't actually get it done before the line. But then the crash is actually after the start-finish line. So we're guys trying to accelerate to get the move done. We'll see if we can get a better camera angle than that. It's not a great camera angle, must be said. But yeah. Oh Jesus, it's not going well for me directing this. It's just the camera happens to be in a very unfortunate spot there. But yeah, we can see that Damo was spun around.
Well, what we do know is Nathan Higginson wins that motor race.
That is exactly right, he does, and that extends his championship lead, so that's 2 in a row now for Higo, and he looks to be the man to beat this season.
That he does.
So that was
That
an
he
eventful
does, my
exchange.
friend.
That was an eventful event.
Yep. And we should have qualifying 2 coming up
Nathan
very
Higginson
shortly.
is now doing a big burnout.
Oh, this just looks like him in the race anyway, so...
I like it how the skid marks go all the way back to the corner before. Oh, that's impressive. Looks like he does need some new rear brakes though.
That's a solid effort of a burnout. I'd have to give him a solid probably 9 out of 10 for that.
Oh, he's finally lost it.
5 out of 10.
He's just lost points there. He's
If he drove it back to pits while wheel spinning, possibly a 10 out of 10, but nah. Unlucky there. You've lost style points.
Shane Van Gisbergen would be proud, I think, of that effort. The engine builders that Higo's team, I don't think, would be proud of that, but however...
No.
Well, with practice coming up for a few seconds before qualifying, just to let people get back into the server, we'll take a quick short break and we'll be back in a minute with more action. We're back live here at Townsville, in the middle of qualifying. So we haven't had any lap time set yet, but everyone's out on the track.
Yeah, so far it's looking like Cuz is going to be the first one to set a good time. As I say that, Cam Parrett's gone 2/10 quicker than him in the middle sector.
So we'll get RSM Latino up. So he's going to be the first across the strike with a lap time. He goes to first position. What does Nathan Higginson do? Behind him, he goes to P2. Dostal P3. So they've crossed in the correct order. I mean, I like this. Keegan Sykes goes to P4. Brap goes to P5. They've all done lap times in the correct order that they're on the track. Jordan DeSantis P6. Next across the line's Damo, and he breaks the train and has to go to P5.
Ah, Damo. Yeah, that was interesting there for a minute.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. Zane Ziva now got a series. Zane Ziva's now got a serious mismatch. He must have put the update in and not put the other update back over the top.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. So Keenan Sykes is on a good lap at the minute. RSM Latino's just bettered his own lap time. Nathan Higginson has not. Dostal has slightly. What does Keenan give us? He goes to pole position so far, so that's provisional pole.
That's a good lap. Yeah, like 6,000.
Yeah, it wasn't much in it. RSM Latino is once again on a good lap. Steve Warwick is no longer on a good lap.
Yeah, he's bailed out of it. Bit of traffic.
Jaeger come to the line. What does he give us? He goes faster slightly. Lanebite also goes faster and jumps Jaeger. Dodger is coming across the line. He goes to P10.
Pino doesn't improve.
Oh, and Nathan Higginson's gone to pole.
Yeah, with the 12-2. It's a good lap.
Yeah, that's a pretty pacey number. He's put 4/10 on the field there. He's definitely put a challenge down, but while I say that, RSM Latino is now a 10th up, or half a 10th up to the first sector.
Oh!
Oh!
Ryan Smith with a big moment.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a drama there. He's going to have to do a flick spin and recover, as Latino is on a very good lap, but he's got very out of control through there, and that's going to ruin the lap, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a shame. That was looking very, very fast.
Parrott goes to 4th position. Stenny goes to 11th. Gonna take a watch of the Tim Hortons car and see what Cam Parrett can do, because I feel like he's the one that's on his second lap here on the tyre. See if he strikes. He's not far off. He's a long way off the first guy. He's not far off himself to the first sector, so he's got a lot of time to find in that first sector.
Car looks good though. It has, like, just behaves nicely. Rides the curbs nice.
I rate to point that Brap is currently down in 13th, and he got a track cut on his last lap, so he's in a world of strife here.
Yeah, I just made the comment that Cam's car looked good, and the stopwatch is showing that, because he has absolutely obliterated the personal best middle sector for the whole weekend. 16.773.
Wow, okay. We'll see what he can do to the line here. he's done it. He's done a
There you
12-1.
go. Yeah.
Wow, after
Yeah.
being 2 tenths down to the first sector, that is an incredible lap time there. And now we look at Brap, who's also not far off Cam Parrett's time.
The interesting thing is, Cam Parrett did a 21.553 to the first sector, and the fastest first sector this session is a 21.149.
Can I just raise that Cam Parrett has now gone and actually done that first sector? Can he
So if
replicate
he puts
the
it all
rest of
together,
But he hasn't redone his middle sector.
no.
Brap's put it up into P4. Higginson and Keenan are on outlaps here. Harrison Latino is on a lap. Brap is on a lap, but he's hit the wall. Oh, wrong button. Tino's lost it all. Brap's had a huge moment. That's not gone well for him. He might get out for one more lap if he's very quick. So we've got Higginson and Parrett on laps. Line astern. This will be their last. Oh, they might get one more crack in after this. Look at Cam Parrett's first sector.
21.2.
What does Higginson do? Higginson's matched it. Pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on the
6,000.
team in the background.
He goes to third.
Oh, he's not far off, but he's lost a lot of time in that middle sector. He
Slid it in there.
Look at Nathan Higginson. He's made a mistake through that chicane too, but he was up. So Cam Parrett's backed out of it. He's going to go for another go. Larison Latino was up in the first sector. And he's still on a good number here. So Cam Parrett's come in the lane. His session's over. Nathan Higginson. Or
Hopefully that hasn't affected too much
wrong
there.
button. Higginson has not improved, so he'll get one more lap in. Brap is going to come. No, Brap's gone back to the lane. I thought he was going to get another lap in. He's on an outlap when that incident occurred. Oh, Latino smoked it in deep at the last corner, and that's going to cost him, I reckon.
Yeah. I don't think he was going to improve too much to jump up one spot, but yeah, it's a better lap.
Keenan Sykes still on the lap. I don't think he's going to... He could potentially go in front of Latino with a good last sector here.
Yeah, if he can get somewhere in the 33s in the last sector, he has a chance to jump him.
And he has.
Yeah.
And Ryan Smith jumps up to 9th on the last lap too.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Ryan.
Latino did get through to start another lap looking at this. But it's not close to the time.
Nah, he's way down. And it looks like he's pushing the car way too hard.
And Higginson's still on the
Yeah,
lap
he's
too,
pulled
I
up.
noticed.
Yeah, that'll be way off though. Yeah, 13-2.
Yeah. These guys, they obviously crossed the line with not much left in the session and they gave it a crack. And they didn't go anywhere with the crack. So Cam Parrett takes his first pole position in Automobilista Supercars Super 2 racing.
Yeah, that's a very, very good job. His middle sector just smashed everyone. There was only a couple other drivers that did a 16 in the middle, but yeah, he was well into the 16s in the middle sector.
Yeah, he's been a guy that's been showing potential for a long time, and the middle sector, probably, when you look at his driving style, it makes sense that he's fast through there. It's very smooth and very good at sort of flowing corners, from what I've seen. And yeah, well, what a lap, and what a lap, and what a lap to do, knowing that there's 2 tenths on the table in it as well. It's
Yeah, I'm still surprised with my old man though. Like earlier today, he did a 12.0, and in that session he did a 13.3. So I think the old, what is it, hot lap hero term. When you do so many laps over and over again, you're bound to find the right number. But when it comes to actually doing it in a session, that's when you got to do it. That's when it counts. So
Exactly, and that pressure gets to people a lot as well. It makes it hard. It's so hard to put a number in under pressure, especially when everyone's out on track there. And that's one of the things that's so good about open qualifying is everybody's out there on the track. You've got to do the number. You've got other people that can get in your way. You know, you got to find the space, and it does mix it up. And the people that are the best at being able to put it all together under pressure are the ones that get the lap. I've obviously done a fair bit of sim racing. I can comment that it's very different to. I'm one that seems to struggle with when I've got unlimited time to do a lap. I can't do it, but you give me one lap, and I know I've got to do the lap, and I'll go and I'll do the best lap of my life. And I don't know what Cam Parrett's times in the server have been like this week, but that middle sector, that has to be close to the best one that's been done by anyone.
yeah, I think it's safe to say that that probably is correct.
Now I'm going to put one out there. I feel like if Cam gets away good here, he's got this. This could be his maiden race win. I feel like the last race he was the fastest of those top 4 guys, and I mean he's been knocking on the door for a while. I feel like this is the time he makes the statement. He was absolutely charging at Higginson in that last race after being on the back foot from the first lap. So, don't want to put the mockers on him, but I've got a feeling that's what we're going to see in this one, and I hope for his sake that that's what happens. But every time we make a prediction in this series, they go and prove us wrong. So that's why we don't do it. But and I've just now cursed him twice. I'm just going to stop talking.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of chat in the paddock. Higo reckons he was about 5/10 up on his lap, and Liam Budd entered back into the session and caused him to
That's
crash.
definitely something can happen.
So I know it's been protested, but yeah, it's difficult to penalise someone. It's very unfortunate.
While we're here on the broadcast, for people wondering, penalties for Super 2 have been done. They're just yet to be posted. I just need to double check some things. And same for main game. So I know some people have been looking forward to seeing those. Unfortunately, we've both had very busy personal lives recently. I've taken on a new job and new responsibilities, and you've got some new responsibilities as well coming up. So, but yeah, we have got that sorted for everybody in our little break, and hopefully we can keep on top of it from here.
Yeah, responsibilities is one thing we can mention. Not only that, we try and do the penalties in fairness across the whole board, so it's fair for everyone.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we don't just... I mean, we only really say we only review the protests and what's on the broadcast, but we do go back and have a look at the whole race in its entirety and do have a look at everything just to see if there was something that's missed. You know, somebody might not have protested something because they couldn't be bothered, or you know, they didn't feel like it was right and whatever. But we'll go back and we'll have a look just to make sure that everything's going to plan. And
you have to be very particular when you're doing penalties as well, and fully analyse it, and you know make the right decision, because you don't really want to hurt anyone's championship or anything by giving them an unfair penalty. So yeah,
exactly.
it's
Especially
good to
when
take
it
your time with those
involves
things.
especially when it involves the guys at the front. So
And especially when it involves prizes and stuff like that, which we do have an announcement coming up soon. So stay tuned for that.
that's exciting for everybody out there. I've seen Luke Jaeger's left the surveys. Might have been a game crash. I'm just gonna. Don't know if there's been anything written about it. Well, this is set to be an exciting race.
Very. If it's anything to go off the last one, this is going to be great. I can't wait.
The race session is about to start.
Neither can I, but I'll take us through the grid. Got
That'd be great, mate.
Cam Parrett on pole in the Tim Hortons Maple Leaf Sim Sport. His maiden pole position in this series. It's impressive to see.
Yeah, well done.
Championship leader and race winner last time out, Nathan Higginson off P2. Opposite side of the grid to where he started the last one. Got Keenan Sykes for Simcom Motorsport, starting where he finished the last race in P3, so he'll be looking to see if he can improve on that. Got RSM Latino out of P4. He'll be looking to make amends after that last race. Brap out of P5. Brandon Dostal out of P6 with Steve Warwick at P7. He'll be disappointed in that, I feel.
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed.
Damo out of P8 with Ryan Smith out of 9th. That's a good effort on the debut there in his second qualifying session. Stenny goes out of P10 and has a bonnet on this formation lap, so that's an improvement already.
Big improvement.
The claim by in 11th. Dodger comes out of P12 with John DeSantis starting from pit lane. Spiro is out of 14th position, and Liam Budd starts off the back after having some technical dramas.
Yeah, he had some internet issues by the sound of it, so we're back up and running now.
I did have a message in the game that Luke Jaeger's game crashed.
Yeah, that's unfortunate,
It is unfortunate. I feel bad for him.
Well, here we go. Last race of the weekend. Or the race night, I should say, but we tend to do things in race weekend mode. Get ready.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, shocking start from Latino. Good start from Nathan Higginson and good start from Keenan Sykes.
Yeah, the pulse hitter's gone nowhere.
That he has. Oh, Damo! That was a late dive, but somehow we've all got through there alive. But now we come down here and we see what happens. Keenan's given Parrott a lot of room there and there's been a lot of respect shown. He's on the inside through here. Oh, he's... Oh. Brap's going to go around the outside here.
He's going to try to.
No, he's looped it.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, Cam Parrett's looped it.
Oh, no.
Let's get a replay of this. So what happened to Parrott when we were watching Brap?
It's gone all wrong here.
Oh, he's just on the throttle. He's just looped it on throttle. Oh,
Yeah, old tyres.
I've commentated cursed him, haven't I?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I literally just, all I did was talk him up in warm-up, and that's happened. Oh,
Yeah, and Higo's got a 3.4 second lead, so
I'm never going to talk again. I'm never going to give him a wrapper ever again. This is why we don't make predictions anymore.
yeah, from now on, can you just say I'm an absolute terrible driver? Because then I might just dominate next Monday.
Well, I say that I'm a terrible driver and then I deliver.
Yeah,
So,
interesting how that works sometimes. As we see Steve and then Cuz, his teammate, doing a good battle in the background there.
that they are.
Liam Budd already up to P9. Yeah, it is. That's very good. Good start.
Oh, and that's Brap down the inside of Damo.
Has to be said, the crew of Damo and Luke Jaeger improved a lot since the first round here.
Yeah,
I know they've gone and done some stuff at other leagues as well, so it's good to see that they're driving here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, and they raced Bathurst together last year. It was good to see them. They
Yep.
joined us for the first time, and then they've been in this series, and they've been a pleasure having them. I feel bad for Luke with his game crashing there, but we've been trying to minimise our race restarts due to it causing, every time we restart a race, it seems to cause other people's games to crash, and then
Yeah.
it seems to cost us 10 minutes in time, and we're trying to minimise it unless it's absolutely essential. It seems restarting races are what causes the games to crash for multiple people for some reason.
Cuz runs off the road there.
In the foreground, I noticed Cam Parrett's trying to come back through. There's a lot going
Yeah, this
on.
will all be about getting the points now.
He's
and Dostal
second in the
fastest car.
championship, I believe. Yeah, Dostal and Higginson, so Dostal and Sykes haven't really lost anything to Higginson, must be said. Cam Parrett here, he's got to get past Stenny, he's got past the claim bite. Getting past Stenny is no easy feat, it must be said.
Oh, no, it's not.
Even when
Even when, yeah, even when you're lapping him and if he thinks he's giving you the space and all of a sudden you get sent to space, so... Nah, he's a good guy, your old man. He's always seems to be a magnet around me when I'm trying to lap him. So.
Exuberant racer. Oh, and Dostal down the inside. He's thrown the bomb.
Oh my
and he's got
god.
it done.
That is one of the biggest type bombs I've ever seen.
It is, but you know what?
He's got it done.
It's going to be repaid.
Will he door him? Yep. There you go.
Been
And this
repaid.
has brought Steve into it.
So they've effectively redressed those positions by taking it into their own hands. And now Dostal has to battle Steve Warwick. And this is basically just handed. Got Damo and
Oh,
Liam
bit of
Budd.
a squeeze.
This is
Must be said, Ryan Smith's doing a good job.
Now Steve Warwick gets past Dostal. It's all happening. It must be said that, yeah, Ryan Smith is doing a good job. I forgot what must be said, so it mustn't have been needed to be said.
Well, then it mustn't be said.
But Liam Budd's doing a good job recovering through the field.
That he is. He's doing a good job as they're approaching lap traffic.
And Jordan DeSantis is in the fence down at this corner here.
Hopefully we can get out of there.
Local yellow, so there'll be no overtaking down there for the time being.
He's got him going again. Well, Keenan Sykes and Steve Warwick were the two guys that were nearly close to doing a 1 minute 12 last lap, and he goes out in front, and last lap he did a 1 minute 14.5.
He goes only 1.4 seconds up the road, and he was 4 seconds a lap ago, like a couple of laps ago.
So, yeah, there's something going on here, because the middle sector last lap, he was nearly a second down, and now this lap he's done a 22.4 to the first sector, and everyone else is like 21.7 for Keenan, 21.5 for Steve, 21.4 for Brendan, and 21.3, which is the fastest this session, or this race I should say, for Latino. So yeah, whether he's saving tyres or
Must be saving
that
something,
doesn't
because
look
he's
like it.
only down to it's down to 8 tenths. What's going on here?
what is going on?
And we've had 2 fastest laps set on this last lap.
Yes, both the Warwick racing team cars in the 12s.
Oh, and in the background we've got some exuberant racing going on between Dostal and Latino. I've got that
Latino
on
done it, yeah, yeah.
picture. Oh, and Dostal's come back at him.
Oh, that's good racing.
It is good racing, but that's what's going on in the background of shot. Higginson looks like he's struggling with the car a lot.
Yeah, well, his first sector's not terrible, but it's not as fast as anyone else.
These guys are going to cost themselves any chance at the podium with the way they're racing. It's pretty...
Yeah, we're only halfway, guys. Like, come on.
Oh no, Dostal, he's running wide. He's running off the road, and that's brought Brap into it.
Yeah, I think he might redress that. Maybe.
Oh, Latino's dived
It's
in
yellow
back.
flag. Oh no, yellow flag is gone.
Yeah, that was Jordan Nissan scratching into the pit lane entry. He's not having a great race, as we said. So it's been an interesting...
Cars with the fastest lap of the race, and he's stuck down in P6, getting frustrated there by the looks of it.
Yeah, he definitely looks to be getting frustrated. No, his name Higginson extended the gap on that last lap, so maybe he was just looking up the tyre for a bit. I don't know. It's weird. Odd, unless he made a mistake, but it didn't look like it.
Saving fuel? Who knows?
Oh my
Maybe
god! Oh my god! Did you just see what I just saw?
Him hopping over the curb?
Yes.
Yeah, that was huge. He just freaking just drove straight over the top of it.
Brap actually caused me to hit my own keyboard because I jumped in fright as while he jumped over the curb. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
I thought he was going to roll it off the curb.
So did I. I thought we were about to see a huge crash. And in the
I went quiet
background,
for a second to see what was going to happen.
there's been a change of position for P2. Just get a
Yeah,
replay up.
Steve's on the march. He's very good on old tyres, so yeah, it's a good move.
Textbook last corner move, and he's just got up there and passed him.
Now with a little bit of clean air, let's see if he can run down Higo.
Yeah, although I think Keenan's going to run with him. I think these guys are a similar pace.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe a
Very
tiny
good.
bit more consistent. It's really turned into a race, though, of the top 3 now, with the other guys battling and falling back. Can I just say Cam Parrett is up to P8 again, so that's a good recovery. And Liam Budd is up 9 spots to P7 from the back of the grid. And he is catching
Sorry.
the...
Oh,
Oh. Sykes is coming back here. Warwick just needs to keep a clean head here. I feel like he can catch Higginson. Just gotta not watch the mirrors. I know it's hard to do, but the draft will keep Keenan in this, but you've just got to not watch the mirrors in this scenario. You've just got to focus on eyes forward, try and catch the car ahead. If you've got, you got the pace.
yeah, if they stop fighting, they're going to catch him, because Higo didn't have a great last lap.
Yeah, he doesn't
at all.
look to be that pacey.
I think he's conserving the tyre because Rody mentioned in the last race what he did in race 1. He just conserved the tyre and then pushed. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, they're slightly catching him. A couple of tenths this lap.
All they need is a couple of tenths a lap and they'll be there. That's half a second now, but they've got back between this lap and last lap. Gained a lot through that section. Whether that's just the timing of the track, it does not look like it though. That's a visual gap. That's nearly a second that they've gained. Higginson has had to be very careful through that corner on the throttle. I feel like his rear left must be screaming. That's the only thing I can put it down to.
Steve last lap was 1.1 seconds faster.
This is going to be on here. Oh!
It's a yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
Oh.
With DeSantis. While that was happening though, I've just... Oh, I saw an incident involving Dodger and Luke Yeager, but it... Oh, sorry.
Here we go.
Yeager. Damo, but it's recovered now, so it's all good.
Here we go. This is getting close now.
Higginson is not looking...
He is struggling.
That and his engineer is reeling off scavy coats at full volume. It's rather distracting.
Oh, there he goes. He's locked it up.
Well, I've got to say that he boxed down the inside. He's got to do that because really he's massively vulnerable here because his car's right out sideways everywhere. He's got to decide what he's going to do down here because he's got one of the benchmark operators in Australian sim racing following him. And Keenan Sykes wants to get involved in this as well, make it a three-way party. Don't need to look at the gaps now in lap times. This is academic. This is right in front of you. You can see it here.
Yeah, Higo want to be careful. He's blocking nearly every corner. That's a big no-no.
He looks out of control. Look at that. Check that out. Have a look at the attitude of the car out of here. Oh, he's actually kept it pretty straight.
Yeah, Steve sort of jumped the curb there. It's affected his run.
Got
a good run out of here.
Thing with this track though is if you go defensive, eventually it will catch you unstuck because you can do the over-under at this venue. And here's Steve, he's going for a look into the final corner. He goes locked up. They're into each other. They're into each other again. This is going to be, oh. That was nearly a huge crash. Done a 14.8 on the last lap.
Yeah, this is getting spicy, and if it
So
keeps going like this...
Oh, I reckon Keenan's the one in this with the best shot, and he's got back up the inside. I reckon Steve's killed his tyres here in this little go that he's had, and I reckon Keenan is the one that's been smart. He's sat back and he's going to play this well, and he's going to be the one to attack Higginson. This is exciting racing. Notice Dostal is dropping back, by the way. He's been dropped back behind Bud and Parrett. We haven't had really time to focus on that. They're in a heated exchange at the minute. Got a car off. It's caused the yellow. It's now clear. Oh, Keenan. Higo may have weathered the storm.
Yeah, I think he may have.
Feel like the guys behind used up their tyres to get to him and tried to make a move there, and yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve was trying a little bit too hard. He just didn't stay composed, and yeah, he should have just stayed composed and picked the right opportunities.
Yeah, I feel like he should have waited until not gone at the last corner. He should have waited to turn 1 and then had a go down there. He could have sent it around the outside, done the crisscross and got him back up. That was his best opportunity. But it's still not over. And further back, we've got a very heated exchange going on between Cam Parrett and Brandon Dostal for the minor positions. And Dostal has got that back. Definitely not over at the front. Still way too early to call. Steve's out of this in my opinion, but Keenan is still in this race. It just really depends on how Higginson's tyres are on this final lap.
Yeah, Steve's just tried a little bit too hard. As I say that, he's drilled them back in under that braking zone. So.
Steve's
Look at this.
round. Steve's gone round.
Yeah, he's just tried too hard.
This battle's still on here, but yeah. We've got to go back to we've got to go and watch the leaders part. It's just, you can't not watch this lead battle because this is going to decide whether Keenan Sykes wins his first race in this series. He's got to get past Nathan Higginson and he's not going to make it easy, but he's got a few opportunities left. Liam Budd has got up to 4th from the back of the grid, by the way. That is an absolutely fantastic drive.
Yeah, that is
drive of the
amazing
night,
drive.
easily. Oh, they're both sideways! Who's going to hang on here? Higginson's tyres look absolutely terrible. His rear left must be struggling. Can he get the drive out of these next couple of corners?
I think he's got it. They're both struggling.
Oh, you can see it squirming under the rear brakes. Keenan's got up there, but he can't do anything there. Higo's going to block down the inside. Yes, he is. Can he get it into the last corner? What's going to happen here? He's run wide, but it doesn't matter because Nathan Higginson is going to cross the line and he's going to win here at Townsville. Just from Keenan Sykes, who puts on an absolutely superb drive. RSM Latino gets 3rd. Liam Budd, drive of the night, from the back of the grid to 4th place. Brap picks up 5th from Steve Warwick. Cam Parrett, Brandon Dostal. Oh, what a race.
That was a great race. Those last few exchanges were awesome.
Claim boat rounds 8 your 10.
And that's your 10.
That is your 10. And Stenny in 11th. Spiro in 12th. Wow. I gotta say, good job Nathan Higginson on double win, but drive of the night goes to Liam Budd easily. That I didn't see much of it, but anytime you can do that, especially with how fast these guys are at the front and how spirited they were racing, and I think that's what helped him.
Sorry, not 12th. It was 16th to 4th, I believe.
Yep, 16th to 4th. From a guy who's he's a pretty quick driver, but I wouldn't say he's one of the front runners in this series, and he's sort of just outside of that range. So to do that it's an impressive effort. John DeSantis is making that Nissan look even worse than it currently already does.
And for that silly driving, he'll be getting a penalty. Not that it'll make a difference.
Going to see if he can repeat what he just did in the last race.
All right, let's see if he can get the 10 out of 10 for the burnout. You got to get it all the way back to pit lane.
Well, the bloody motor lasts.
So, as I look down at my watch, because this is taking forever. Release some brake pressure, mate. Come on.
He's changed gears.
He's got to get it at the right angle. Here we go. No, I reckon he's gone. He's gone.
He's off. Yeah, he's off into the weeds here. He's still got it wheel spinning.
Yeah. He's lost the point though, touching the grass. The max score he can get now is a 9.
He's having a go at it.
Straightened up a little bit. He's on the brakes harder. That's 8.8 now.
The rear brakes are absolutely glowing beyond belief.
Glowing Brakes Racing would be proud of this.
I reckon he's going to do it.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
He can't have much grip left on it.
What you got to do is get it up to 40 while wheel spinning and put the pit lane speed limiter on, and you'll get your 8.8. He's touched the grass. 8.5.
And he's in the lane.
You want to make sure he's not speeding in the pits here.
This is hard. Oh, and the server ends. Right as he gets to the bend.
I reckon it's an 8.4. 8.4 out of 10.
Well, good to see him celebrating that, because he deserves to celebrate it. Impressive drive. Wow. We're getting the broadcast populating. So we'll drag some people in for a chat. I don't know if you want to talk to people or...
Yeah, I think we should start with the race and round winner.
Yeah, we'll get him in there. Just give me a second. I need about 40 glasses of water after this, after screaming about what was going on in that last one. Just having AMS do AMS things to me. Oh, there we go. Here you go, mate. 2 wins tonight and a pole position.
Indeed.
And an extension of your championship lead.
Absolutely. Real happy with how it went.
How'd you find everything?
I actually found it quite good, really. It was quite an enjoyable night. Too much went wrong. So, one of those nights I sit back and go, yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah,
good from your point of view.
You did really well, mate. What was going on with the couple of laps where you just looked like you were looking after the tyres? Is that the case?
Towards the end of race 2, I have to admit I was looking after the tyres a little bit. I was getting a little bit wild with throttle. I was getting a little bit frivolous with the amount of right pedal input. But other than that, nah. Like once the tyres cooled down, it was good.
Yeah, you definitely had some really good pace tonight. Any relation to that to the new gear? From what we understand, you got some new gear, which is good.
I do, yeah. I do have some new gear. So I've gone, the whole shebang: direct drive, aluminium rig, seat, pedals, new shifter, everything. And I'd shout out to CRE and Co for helping me get that all organised.
Yeah, we paid attention to that over at the other Discord. It actually looks really good, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, good job tonight. Scored you an 8.4. Well, actually, we'll start with the first burnout. That was a 5 because you spun, but the second one, you touched the grass a couple of times. Yeah,
Come on,
I had to
Cole,
give you an
I made it
8.4.
come on, Cole, I made it to the pit lane. You said if I made it to the pit
Yeah,
lane,
yeah, no, I
10.
did. But there was something. So, no, it was good. But no, great driving tonight,
very
mate.
good. No worries, guys.
Yeah, awesome stuff, and I bet you're looking forward to the next one to keep the championship on a roll, because you're...
I am indeed. I'm looking to keep the championship alive.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're keeping it more than alive, mate. You're extending it, and we doubted you in that second race a little bit there when it looked like others were coming at you, but I feel like you left enough in the tank because you kind of goaded them into pushing a bit too
false
hard.
sense of security.
Exactly right. So, congratulations, and we'll catch you at the next race.
No worries. Cheers, fellas.
Yeah, mate.
Well, I've got to talk to Keenan because he's got his first podium tonight. He's got 2 podiums.
Yep.
Oh, he's just he just left as I went to do
I'll
that.
try and drag him up.
Ah,
There we go.
hello.
Hi, Keenan,
Keenan.
mate. 2 podiums tonight.
Yeah,
And almost a race win. You put on a pretty impressive display there to try and chase Nathan Higginson down. How are you after your night?
surprised. I have no idea how I got on the podium for both races. Like, looking at my lap times, I was like, oh no, I'll be happy with the top 10. And then just luck, I guess.
Well, I think it's more than luck, because you were on to win. You were on to win the second race there. If you were just only slightly away from it, had it have gone differently. So, yeah, I will say there was other people's misfortune you may have capitalised on a little bit, but you definitely had the pace there to genuinely win the race. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what were you thinking there in those final laps there, where you were following Steve and Higo?
I have no idea. I was just that focused on driving and not making a mistake so I can capitalise on their mistakes. So I don't know what I was thinking, really.
Well, it did look like that, because both of them were making mistakes and you weren't. And then you got past Steve, and I called you to win the race from that point on.
Oh, yeah?
You just looked like you were the most in control of your car, but missed out narrowly. But you must be pretty ecstatic with that going forward, looking into the future.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the future. So happy.
Good, mate.
Yeah,
It's very good. You drove fantastic tonight.
thank you.
How are you looking for the next round? You excited for the next one now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love Sandown. Sandown's probably one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. But yeah.
That's good, mate. Well, yeah, good job tonight, and we'll catch you at the next round.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we've got the two. I think Cam got the podium he got second in race 2? Race 1, sorry? Yeah? I don't know.
I believe so. Yeah,
I'll drag him.
we get lost with these things.
Cam, mate, first pole position tonight, I believe, but race did
That
not
went
go
well,
to plan.
didn't
it? Yeah.
No, it did not. That was probably the definition of choking.
Look,
Yeah.
you can blame this guy in here, not me, the other guy, because he talked you up something severe, and then he said, "Oh, I've put the mocker on him twice." So
You sure have. But
Yeah, don't go watch anything I said in Walmart, because I said that you were going to drive away and win the race with your race pace, and then I said I shouldn't say that because you won't now, and then I said I've just put the mocker on him twice, and then you went and
yeah, just looped it because I just didn't have enough pressure in the tyres, and I should have been more patient. I think I probably should have sat behind Keenan and let him go a little bit, because I knew at the end of the first race I could see Higo was going to burn his tyres up. I was catching him quite well in that first race, and then the safety car came out. So, but yeah.
just about to touch on that. Yeah, first race, you looked like you had very good long run tyre life. Like I feel like without that safety car, you looked like you were going to catch Higo there and maybe put him under pressure. Maybe not get a pass, but you look like you were going to get to him and at least put him under pressure.
Yeah, I was hoping to at least get to him for the last lap, because I could see probably 4 or 5 laps to go. I got a little bit closer to him than I had been, and he was feeling the pressure. I think he was looking in his mirrors a bit, but it would have been nice to get there. But that's racing, I suppose, isn't it? It's not much we can do about it now.
No, that's it. Not much you can do about it. Unfortunately, 2 guys at the back decided to spin at the same time at the same corner in separate crashes and triggered the safety car. So,
Yeah.
But you must be pretty pleased about tonight with your pace.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't say that Townsville is a track that I really enjoy. It's traditionally probably struggled there a little bit in the couple of years I've been racing, and but definitely, like you say, tonight the tyre life was really, really good. Balance in the car for race pace was really, really good. And then the nut behind the wheel wasn't very good. So it is what it is, I suppose. And yeah, it's it was good. I enjoyed the fight back through the field in that second race. That it was enjoyable, I guess, to be able to pick a few guys off and get back to 7th. But definitely lost some points there for sure.
Yeah, it was a good recovery, but it is unfortunate. But I was just going to say, I sort of touched on that. I kind of take you as a guy that's sort of better at the tracks like the Bend and Eastern Creek and those sort of flowing tracks. But we will note that you were the fastest man through the middle sector, which I said is sort of a flowing section of the racetrack. So that was something interesting for you to note, I'll say.
Yeah, I'd say you're spot on. I do love those long flowing tracks. Can't say I'm looking forward to Sandown. I am looking forward to Maine at the Bend. That's probably my favourite track. So, yeah, it's definitely a couple of tracks to look forward to. I think towards the end of the year, which is always good.
Well, we wish you luck for those, but I wouldn't say Sandown is anything like a fast-flowing track. So,
Oh, definitely not. No.
Well, best of luck with that, and best of luck with the championship. I'm not sure where you're at, but I'd say you're still in P2 after tonight, but you may have been hurt by that second race. But we'll catch you at Sandown.
Alrighty, will do. Thanks very much, boys.
No worries.
See ya, mate.
Cheers.
And I'll drag up Latino. Cuz, mate, unfortunate first race, but P3 in that second one looked like just from staying out of trouble and avoiding other people's mistakes.
Hi, how are you, man? Yeah, it was an awesome race. I had a pretty good car, man. I had a good setup and everything. I was just looking after my tires, and I knew the guys were gonna waste their tires towards the end. And like on the second race, you can see clearly that I was pretty much catching up to the front guys without any problems. But it's just a few mistakes here and there, and on the first race, and but it was enjoyable, man. It's enjoyable.
That's good, mate. It looked like you and Steve both had good cars on Tyre Life. It looked like that was your your strength as a team.
It was, man. It was the tire life. I always look after my tires towards the end because I know the guys at the front that are just going pretty much I don't know, qualifying laps, and they don't look after the tires that much. But I've got them worked out, but it's just like sometimes the little mistakes by the other people is just sometimes it just takes my enjoyment out of the race, man, and I just sit where I wanted to, and But so far, I've just been enjoying the race here and there, yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, we look like you're in the midst of some tough battles there for some people, so made it interesting for you, especially the first race. So, but good job on the podium anyway, cuz. And
I really appreciate it, man.
So, and I'm not sure, but will you be looking forward to Sandown?
Oh yeah, and I'm always looking for. To tell you the truth, today it just caught me by surprise because I've been working from Monday to Sunday, on my other jobs and plus doing DJing, and so just today I just found out that we had a race, so I just gave me time to just set up the tire pressure, and that's about it. And I knew that I had a pretty good setup and all that, but on the first race I just had, I don't know, I was about to take Cameron, overtake him. And he just moved that to my spot and just made me lock up my brakes. And I don't know if he hit Steve Warwick and made it caused the accident. But it's, I don't know. Sometimes, unfortunately, that little mistakes like that, you saw me. I readdressed Steve and just was wondering if, like, I would ask if other people too, if they do mistakes, they can readdress as well too.
Yeah, no. Something we note when we do penalties, and we actually said in the broadcast, we know that you're not a dirty driver at all, so it was a genuine mistake. So
yeah, we know that you wouldn't have liked to have done that, especially to Steve and Cam. So
no, because I was actually sitting behind Cam for a tiny bit, and he chose to be behind Steve, so I moved over to the right to overtake him. But then for some weird reason, I think he just saw me that my car was about to overtake, and he just moved over to my side, and which made me lock the brakes up. And I clearly knew where the corner was. I enjoyed this track quite a lot, and I knew where to brake and everything. But it was I'll just leave it up. I don't know whether Cameron want to protest, but I'll just leave it up to a racing mistake. But if you guys wanted to put penalties, it doesn't bother me, Ben. But that's what I wanted to discuss. But it's I just wish that people would readdress when they do mistakes like that, and and some of the other races I've been clearly been hit as well too, and they never readdress. So I just wish that practice can come on board and enjoy the race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can understand that sometimes with frustration and that.
I hear you, and I second you, because I feel like when someone does redress, it shows that they're admitted that they're at fault for it, and they've gone, "Oh, sorry," and they've wrecked their own race as well to try and make amends. Doesn't fix what the mistake was, but they're trying to make amends for the mistake. But that's racing. So hopefully in future, things don't happen, but things always happen.
Yeah, no, but it's quite enjoyable. I'll tell you what, it's a very competitive field, mate, this year as well too. Even on the main as well too, I quite enjoy it as well too. So I'm looking forward for the main race as well too.
Well, I wish you luck for that and for Sandown, and we'll catch you at those ones, cuz. It's been a pleasure having you.
I really appreciate it, guys, man. You have a nice night, guys.
See you, mate.
Right.
See you, mate.
Well, Cole, that's been a Automobilista Supercars Super 2 race at Townsville.
It has, mate, and it's been a pretty good night overall. Pretty good racing, good qualifying sessions. So, yeah, no, it was good. Can't wait for Maine next Monday.
Yep,
after all the real action on the weekend.
Yep, that's it. Maine next Monday, back here again. It's always an exciting track, and with Dane Warren and guys like that, it's always going to be mega competitive. Plus, all these guys back again to be in the mid pack and mix it on, because I feel like some of these guys have got some good pace against even some of the main guys. So it's good to see.
Yeah, definitely. They're not that far away, to be honest.
Well, I've enjoyed tonight, and I thank everyone for watching. Got nothing else to say?
That's it. We'll see you the next one.
See you then, guys. Bye for now.